The sun is finally out, July 4th is just a few days away, and summertime is in full swing. Welcome back to Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and the only downside is this is the slowest month in sports. I'll get right into some of the events that just passed, as well as a few to look forward to on the horizon. The Men's College World Series just wrapped up on Monday night, and it was an electric series. After an 18-4 victory over the Florida Gators in Game 3, the LSU Tigers have won their first World Series title since 2009 and their 7th title overall, giving them the second most in history. Game 1 was last Saturday, and LSU narrowly pulled off a 4-3 victory. This game went to the 11th inning, and a solo home run by Cade Beloso put the Tigers on top to close out Game 1. Game 2 went drastically different, as Florida scored the most runs in a game in College World Series history and took down LSU 24-4. LSU started strong and went up 3-1 and proceeded to give up 23 unanswered runs. The series sat tied at 1-1 and headed to Game 3 on Monday night. LSU was able to totally redeem themselves, setting their own record with 24 hits, now the most ever in a College World Series game. After LSU won their title, I'd like to mention that a few weeks ago I predicted LSU would win the Men's College World Series and Oklahoma would win the Women's. 2 for 2. Speaking of blowout games, last Saturday the Angels set some pretty ridiculous records when they defeated the Colorado Rockies by a whopping 25-1. This was the most runs and biggest margin of victory in franchise history, and with 28 hits they surpassed the previous franchise record by 2. And their 24-point victory is tied for the third largest win margin in the past 123 years. Anaheim was up 2-0 to start the third inning when the offense exploded for 13 runs in one inning, including 3 home runs on 3 consecutive pitches. By the end of the fourth inning, it was 23-0, and the Angels would coast from there. In typical Angels fashion, however, they still lost the series to the Rockies 2-1. Regardless, the major blowout definitely did not hurt some Angels players' chances at making the All-Star game. Shohei Ohtani currently leads the American League in All-Star votes with just over 2.6 million votes. Teammate Mike Trout is in second place in terms of votes for outfielders. I can say with confidence both players will make this year's All-Star roster. In the National League, Dodgers teammates Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, JD Martinez, and Mookie Betts all look like they will be on the starting roster. Unfortunately, the Padres currently don't have any players in the lead of votes, but players like Manny Machado, Juan Soto, and Xander Bogaerts are still in the top 5. All of the All-Star festivities kick off next Friday, starting with the HBCU Classic. Then, on Monday the 10th, the Home Run Derby will take place, followed by the All-Star Game on Tuesday the 11th in Seattle, Washington. Over in the race world, the F1 season is still going strong, but as I said a few weeks ago, there's not much to tell. Max Verstappen has won 6 of the 8 races this season, and the other 2 were won by Red Bull teammate Sergio Perez. Here's a look at the team standings. Clearly, no one is going to come even close to Red Bull unless somehow another team manages to win every race from here on out, but it doesn't seem too likely. To top it off, this weekend is the Austrian Grand Prix, which happens to be the home course for Red Bull. If you want to tune into the race, it will start at 6 a.m. on Sunday. Hey, maybe someone new will be on top of the podium this time. There are still some golf and tennis and soccer and other events this weekend, plus regular season baseball. So, although it is the slow time of sports, you can still get your fix. I'm Cole Young. I hope you all have a great 4th of July, and I'll see you next time on Sports Corner.